where you are the MVP.
So first things first, MVP, let's make welcome George Morara Mose, who is a cancer warrior. Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Unasikia?
Thank you.
Ametoka all the way from Mombasa. Amefika leo asubuhi ndio akuje kuambia story. So kuwa mkae kwa makini na msikize mpate kuelewa kwa nini George amekuja MVPs. So George, tell us a bit about yourself, you know, before we get into...
Yeah, as I mentioned before, as you can see, I'm a male adult.
Yeah.
40 years.
Yeah.
48 years of age.
Yeah.
Married with 5 kids. Actually, my last born was born during COVID.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
he's my second boy, so
Yeah.
I'm happy to have him.
Yeah.
Initially, I had only one boy.
Uh-huh.
And, he's trying to walk now, so we thank God for him.
So
bless
is he a COVID baby?
He's a COVID baby.
Okay,
COVID
all
baby.
right. They're called COVID
And
babies.
he's got a story behind him.
Okay.
I'll mention it along the way.
All right. Fantastic. So George,
Yeah.
you said you reside in Mombasa, but you know, how did you, because I know you lived in Nairobi before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you end up in Mombasa?
Tour of duty. Actually, I'm in the real estate industry. I've been head of Night Frank at the Coast Region
Yeah.
for the last, from 2012.
Yeah.
2012 to 2019. I believe after I fall sick and you're out of job so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So, 31st December was my last working day with Night Frank.
That's 2018.
2019.
2019.
2019.
Right. So for those who are listening, why did you leave work?
I was actually declared redundant. You know, most of the time you're going to hospital, checkups.
Yeah.
I'm not at work so much. So for me, it was quite understanding.
Yeah.
Although for them, it was always cost cutting, we're doing this. But, whatever the case,
Yeah.
I'm not bitter with anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually took it positively. Let me put it this way. After my cancer experience, I tried to learn something from whatever is thrown my way. So I've been like that for the last 2 years. But my kids are going to school and we're eating.
Oh, fantastic.
You know, real estate is just like any other profession. You never retire.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you never retire.
Yeah.
You still get these referrals from the guys you have dealt with, and you find you have done some business.
Yeah.
By the way, I hope you guys will give me business when you're coming down the coast.
No,
Oh,
we
absolutely.
When you want the short-term leads,
We have-
Yeah.
we still do them.
And
so.
in fact, we've even just had a conversation about landlords, Kwamjadala, and we've all agreed that we are going to be landowners.
Yes.
Right? We want to be landlords ourselves. But
That's good.
let's talk about how how you got your diagnosis. What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think let me just start from the beginning.
Right.
So this was early 2018. You know, I was I could feel unwell, but it's a headache. Then sometimes I'm feeling cold. You can imagine feeling cold in Mombasa.
Feverish.
Yeah.
Feverish.
Yeah.
But then I think for us men always, unless you're down,
Yeah.
you even don't want to hospital. So, you know, until one time I was feeling dizzy, you know. And then I went to hospital. There's the clinic, Nyeri Health, where we have been going with my family for such a long time.
Yeah.
So I go there. They decided to do an hemogram. Then they found my blood was quite low. It was reading, I think, 8 for a male. That is quite low.
Yeah.
8 and then they said probably have typhoid because I was exhibiting all the symptoms of typhoid.
Yeah.
So they actually treated me for typhoid. I was not given a blood transfusion, but I was told to come back for refill after 2 days. I went back after 2 days. My blood was okay. You know, I'm an adult male. It's about 13.
Yeah.
Female 12 is okay. Anybody, if you're doing 10, that is fine, but 8, it's low.
Yeah.
So, and then I've got this doctor friend of mine. I was actually selling to him a property. So I went to him, I told him, Doc, I've actually come from hospital, I'm not feeling well. I only attended this meeting because we had an appointment.
Yeah.
He asked me, so what's happening? I told him my blood is low, I'm feeling dizzy. Him is a public health doctor, but of course he's a medic. So he told me, how is your blood? Then I told him it's low, it's about 8. He told me, 8 is very serious, take it seriously.
Yeah.
So I went home. we had the business, we cleared, and I went home. 2 days later, I went back for review. My blood was back to normal. It was 10, 11. But then now that was actually around March. So it kept on fluctuating. Then around June, I had this, I was even driving around with a pullover in the car. You can imagine by 4.
In Mombasa.
In Mombasa by 4, I'm wearing a pullover.
Feeling very cold, huh?
Feeling very cold.
Yeah.
Even showering in the morning, I have to warm water. I said, okay. So I went again back to hospital, and they were telling me, there's typhoid. I actually walked around with that needle on my wrist here for nearly a week, because every day I was going for those intravenous things.
Yeah.
So after 1 week, I was better kidogo. My life was going on normally by the way. I never missed a job or anything.
Yeah.
Then, now towards the end of July, I felt very bad, and I went back to hospital. No, I had actually swelling on the neck, on the armpit, on the armpit, right armpit.
A lymph node.
Yeah, on the lymph node.
Yeah.
So, and it was not painful.
Yeah.
Initially, it was small. Then it got big. I think it was about 2 centimeters now.
That's a lymph node.
So I went to hospital, and then the doctor looks at it. He examined me, and it was like, I think this is a boil. It's embedded inside.
Yeah.
Now we cannot persuade. I'll just give you some medication. Then, it will just be released and come out without us doing the cut. I said, okay, fine. So he gave me some medication. I went home. I took the medication, some antibiotics, nini. I went home. The following day, I had another boil here on the neck.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Now, I just said, okay,
Something is strange.
this cannot be a boil.
Yeah.
So I went to a physician, Dr. Miodi. I've dealt with him before. So Miodi examined me, looked at the records, and then he told me, this could be dangerous, George. But I don't want to preempt anything. I'll send you to a pathologist. So he actually sent me to a pathologist, and I went to that lady, and they put needles here. They sucked some stuff and on the armpit. And they told me to wait for results for about 2 weeks. So, this time, there's a lot of tension.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You can imagine it.
Yeah, your mind was going, what was happening in your mind?
Yeah, I suspected it's cancer.
Yeah.
Actually, 6 years back, my elder bro, we were only two guys, had passed on as a result of leukemia.
Yeah.
So there was cancer in the family.
Yeah.
So now, I'm like, okay, so this could be it. Anyway, after the 2 weeks, I go back. The doctor gave me the results, and she's like, she put in an envelope and sealed it. And I told her, I want to see. No, this is for your doctor. I told her, I'm the one who paid you.
Yes.
So I'll see them.
Uh-huh.
No. I told her, I'll return my money. You don't want me to see them.
Yeah.
So she actually gave them to me, because I think she was thinking, this will traumatize him. But for me, it was, I'd rather have it now than later.
Yeah.
So I took the results, saw them, diagnosis, Hodgkin's lymphoma. But it didn't indicate what stage. So I took them back to Dr. Miodi. Him is more technical. He's a physician, very good physician. He went through the report and he told me, George, sorry, you have to get an oncologist, because actually you are on stage 3, Hodgkin's lymphoma. Basically, you have cancer of the lymphatic system. So, and that is why you're having constipation. By the way, one of the signs of cancer is constipation.
Wow.
General signs.
Yeah, one of the general signs. Constipation, loss of appetite.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the time you're losing weight, it's because of loss of appetite.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may eat and you feel like you feel like throwing up.
Yeah.
So, and then you're sweating a lot in the night, and you're also peeing a lot. You can't like use public means.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You can pee on yourself.
Babylon must have forget blast away. Morning vibes, where you are the MVP.
We're speaking with George, and he's in studio sharing with us his experience with cancer since he was diagnosed, and in 2018. Let me just give you some stats. From 2012 to 2018, the annual incidence of cancer increased from 37,000 new cases, to 47,887 new cases. This is basically 16% more growth. What does that mean? That there's a lot of cancer in Kenya. And there needs to be more, more resources and more knowledge about this. Because I believe, if we know what is causing, we'll be able to protect ourselves. And also how to be able to diagnose it. What should I do? And that's why George is in studio with us to share his experience, so that, if you're going through this with anybody, you know what you need to do. George, karibu sana.
Asante.
So before we took the break, you had just told us that the doctor had told you now to visit an oncologist.
Yes.
At this point, he's already given you an idea that you have Hodgkin's lymphoma, non-Hodgkin's.
Yes.
Yes. But they needed more info. When you got to the oncologist, what happened?
When I went to the oncologist, he sent me to a pathologist. So they took samples. They put needles. The first pathologist put needles.
Yeah.
He removed, it's a she actually. She got some stuff from both the swelling on the neck and the armpits. So I had to wait for results for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So after 2 weeks, they were positive. So I took them back to the physician. The physician told me, now get an oncologist. The first oncologist I got told me, no, this will not work. You need a complete biopsy. So I had to arrange for an operation, which was done at Hodgkin Hospital, Mombasa.
Yeah. And this operation is to find out if you have cancer.
Yes,
biopsy.
They're actually examining the flesh to see whether there are cancer cells there.
Yeah.
And to some extent, actually, I think the intensity lets them know at what stage it is.
Yeah.
So now this is actually towards the end of August. I get these results. Then this oncologist goes missing. He gives me an appointment. I go to the hospital. I wait until 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I'm calling him. Tells me, I have to see another patient here. I'm not able to come. Can we do it on Tuesday? Can we do it on Thursday? I actually lost nearly a whole month. So I'm like, this guy will kill me while I'm sick.
Kept on postponing.
I mean, you're telling me you're seeing some other people. I'm also sick. So that's not important to me. Anyway.
It's ridiculous.
So, one time my daughter, last-born daughter, was sick. So I take her to hospital in the afternoon. By the time I'm in hospital, I was actually sweating. It was quite hot. September is quite hot in Mombasa. So it was quite hot, and the car windows are open, so that the breeze could come in. But now we step to the hospital like this. We meet this guy who's been in that hospital for such a long time, this doctor. So we shook hands. There was no COVID. Hi, George. Hi.
Yeah.
The guy touched my hand like this and he said, "What? You are not normal. You have a fever. This is bad." Then he's like, attend to him. So now they leave my daughter.
They attend to you.
I was put on a drip to reduce the fever. And by that time, because I'd been sickly, my outpatient cover had run out. So I'm even telling him, "Doc, I don't have outpatient cover." Then he told me, No. It's not about the cover. We are controlling this first. Then you make your plans how you will be treated.
And that time you must have been very weak, huh?
I was weak.
And keep in mind, you had been trying to reach out to a physician.
No, the oncologist.
I mean, the oncologist.
Yeah, who's missing.
Who's missing.
So now, after I was put in that holding ward for like 1.5 hours. Then I came, they attended to my daughter. I'm going home with a needle here. So I was like, this thing is getting worse. I can't keep on waiting. So I dropped my daughter home.
Go back.
And then I went to Hodgkin Hospital. I asked, where can I get another oncologist? So I went to Hodgkin and I got another oncologist. So now we are in September. So he started seeing me. But he was, sorry to say this, he was more interested with my inpatient cover. It was quite generous. So he's like, I want to admit you, So the guy admits me, then you're in hospital, you don't see him.
So these are actual real things.
These are real things, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So we dilly-dallied like that until around deck. So I've not done any chemo,
From September?
Yeah.
He's just taking you into the hospital.
Yeah, you go, you sleep 2 days. Okay, when you have cancer, you've got a lot of opportunistic infections.
Yeah.
Your immune system is very low. So they give me some antibiotics. Let's wait. Now, in December, the guy is going for a holiday. Then he tells me, and I developed complications. I had constipation. You're not having bowel movements for a whole week. I'm not eating. You're sweating a lot in the night.
Yeah.
You actually have sleeping, because you wake up at around, call it 9:30, 10. So you're awake until around 5 in the morning. Then you're trying to sleep. Yeah. Everything is disrupted. So my mind told me, I told him, Doc, please address this constipation, because what is causing it? We have done all the other men. What is causing it? Kumbe, my spleen was swollen.
Wow.
The guy has not even mentioned it.
Yeah.
He's not attending to that. So one time I got so frustrated with him, I told him, actually that was 17th now, December. I told him, Doc, I just want to be discharged. He had actually flown out
of the country
for a holiday, and he wants me to be there
and to stay in the hospital.
Wow. So I even brought the part of the discharge summary.
Yeah.
They had indicated, we advised him to continue with the chemo.
Yeah.
How do you continue with the chemo which
you haven't started?
Which you haven't started.
Damn.
So it's around 6 in the evening. I told him I have to leave. Then I called one of my colleagues. He came. He drove me home. And I went. And then, of course, when you have cancer, even society is hot on you.
Yeah.
You understand, we were 2 boys and 1 girl. Now my elder bro has passed on.
Yeah.
So my mom is in Kisi. She's under a lot of pressure. Later, muita ombewe kwanza in mapepo.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to tell you guys, these things don't work like that. So actually, it got into me. Now I'm like, okay, let me come and satisfy you that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I went.
Are they giving you herbal medicine? Nini?
No, those are, Kenyans, we are very good. We have a lot of very knowledgeable, in quotes, Kenyans who have knowledge about everything. Oh, don't take sugar. Don't take meat. Use carrot juice. Don't do chemotherapy.
Yeah.
In fact, that's what killed my brother.
Yeah.
My mom was like, I went, I collected my bro, so we were with my mom. We were actually operating from Mombasa and Nairobi. 3 times in a week I was in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we go to his clinic. I go to South Sea here. There's some lady who was making those carrot juices. My mom is like, no. Chemo is bad.
Yeah.
Chemo is bad.
Yeah.
And everybody else, no, chemo is bad.
Yeah.
So now I said, let me exhaust all this. You're even told, take this so soup. So soup leaf, plant, and then a fruit.
Yeah.
At it's 10 times stronger than even chemo.
Yeah.
Do hot lemon and water first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Actually, those are the things that really took me down.
Yeah.
Those things, I'm sorry to say, they're just nonsense.
Don't work.
They don't work.
Yeah.
Get chemo and then continue doing them.
Now let's talk about your chemo experience, because a lot of people are, from what we've seen from the news and people we have had who've gone through chemo, what was your experience like?
Mine was actually smooth. Let me put it like that.
Why?
Even after my first chemo session, the first thing is, the doc couldn't do it because my blood was low. Actually, when I was admitted now, after I discharged myself, then I came back a week later when I was readmitted. My blood was at 5.
Wow.
What?
So I needed blood.
Yeah.
And I took it upon myself. I actually texted everybody in my phone book.
Yeah.
I told them I need blood.
Yeah.
O positive. And I'm supposed to do chemo.
Yeah.
I can't do without blood. So I want to thank my colleagues. Richard came to the hospital, I think, at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because by 6 when he's coming to my ward, he told me they have actually examined my blood and they have allowed me to donate. So mine is ready.
Wow. I want you to hold that thought again. We're going to pay some bills, listen to some music. When we come back, I want you to think about this. You're in a scenario where your life is dangerously in danger. And you're in the hospital, which should have blood. We've been talking about blood transfusions and the shortage of bloods, in. I want you to think of who would you text, who would show up.
Babylon must have forget blast away.
Modern Vibes, where you are the MVP.
Before we took the break, George, ulikuwa unatuambia juu ya chemotherapy. There's so many things I've learned from you. One, you said that, first tell us your experience of chemotherapy. What would you advise?
do lots of water. It's very important. You know, water is tasteless.
Yeah.
It's not a picnic to drink it.
Yeah.
But it's very essential that you drink after chemo. That's what you need. In fact, when you are even doing chemo, once they do you are doing about 5 drugs through your veins.
Yeah.
So once they do the first drug, they actually flush it with that water.
Yeah.
So it's very important. And if after every drug they flush it, and then after that you're told encouraged to drink water. So do lots of water.
You mentioned something.
Did you lose your hair?
I never lost my hair. I was lucky. I never lost my hair.
Yeah.
In fact, I was even told, before the sessions, you may not be able to get other kids. That's why I was telling you the last born is.
The miracle.
Wow.
Yeah, you.
George, I want you to just expound on something real quick, because I have a story to the cancer. One of my family members. That's what you see. I'm quiet.
Yeah.
Because I'm really trying to understand what was going through your mind during the whole process, especially chemo. You mentioned how your brother did not do chemo.
Yes.
Isn't it? Because of these theories about
These theories.
chemo is what really kills you. Please expound on it.
As you have actually called them, rightfully called them, those are theories. If the doctor advises you to do chemo, do chemo. Let me tell you. When I started my chemo, I was on stage 4 advanced. I have my records here. I brought them.
Yeah.
I was on stage 4 advanced. After the first session, the doctor even told me, what you do, the oncologist, I've given you very small doses because you're weak.
Yeah.
We see the response, then advice. So after the first session, the response was very good.
Yeah.
He actually told me, now we are doing another one after 3 days, so that we can continue heating up these things. We are seeing we're succeeding. After 3 days I did, and then after 1 week review, and then I continued now after every 2 weeks. So it works.
Yeah.
And then also it has to start with you. People will come and tell you, one guy told me, cancer. Mungu ndiye atakusaidia.
Yeah.
So then I asked him, siku gani shetani amesaidia mtu?
Good answer.
So
I'm hearing a lot of things. The things I'm learning from you is one, first, can we just agree that, I read an article where they were talking about cancer as a business, where you have the doctors, the oncologists, and we have very few oncologists, by the way, in the country.
Is that a fact?
That's a fact.
No. Actually, currently, there was even an article in one of your sister magazine, I think, the Friday, this thing that comes out on Friday. We have very many oncologists, but they're concentrated, I think, in Nairobi.
Okay.
The problem is, how do you get a good oncologist who is about assisting you?
Yeah.
Not making money
in
from
their
you.
business.
Yes.
Which now gets me back to my point. There are few.
Yes.
They're populated in public hospitals, but then they do their business in their private hospitals. Right? Yeah. So most oncologists have their own practice where it's a business.
No,
right?
even the ones who have their own private practice, there are some who are there basically for business. Yeah. They want to drain your medical cover.
Meaning it's a profitable business.
Yeah.
Then it's expensive to go about the treatment.
Yes. So which now brings the point which George has said, seek multiple opinions. Because mse atakuja hapa kwambia yeye ni hii na kwanza tunafaa kufanya ABCDE, and then you find out that ni biashara. So most important thing, number 2, that because of this business thing, the diagnosis can take really long. Exactly. From March till September before he started, and then now coming to do chemo in like December. It's your life is getting worse. Number 3, trust the medicine. Yes. Trust the medicine, right?
And most important, believe that you're getting better. Don't believe the nonsense that, now La boss has died, then we're sitting in a small cafeteria taking coffee, taking tea in the morning. And somebody, me I knew. Once you have cancer, he seated across me.
Imagine.
Once you have cancer, you go.
So people are a bit insensitive because they don't understand
stigma, basically.
Yes. Yeah. But I believe also, like now me, when I was first diagnosed, I actually even wrote a message on our wall, my university class wall. We still have a wall we share. Okay. So I actually said, you guys, I think I've been diagnosed with cancer. Wow. I just went out and said, a lot of people want to hide it, and that's what is killing you softly from it. Just come out. I mean, it's not a problem. Okay, it's challenging to have it, but people get it. So,
quick one, George. Why do you think the numbers are staggering in terms of cancer infections in the country? Because it's almost now like a pandemic.
Yeah, and I can tell you it's not about lifestyle
Yeah.
because as you can see, I told you I'm 48.
Yeah.
But I actually walk like 10 kilometers every day.
So
Yeah.
you
I have
led
the
a
car.
healthy lifestyle.
I lead a healthy lifestyle.
Still
I
do,
play
of course.
football
Wow.
and sometimes hockey. And I like walking.
Yeah.
Probably the foods we're eating, but also, probably what we're eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the chemicals, too
Low
many
quality
chemicals.
food,
Low
yeah.
quality foods.
That's scary.
And then another thing I want to mention,
Yeah.
cancer care is very costly. I
Yeah.
still go for my clinics,
Yeah.
whether it's once a month or twice.
But you're cancer free now.
Yes,
Yes.
I've been cancer free for the last 2 years.
Thank God.
So, you see, you cannot even attend your clinic before you go to the lab.
Yeah.
The lab, you will spend a minimum of 3,000 to
Yeah.
6,000 because you have to do different tests. Then you see the oncologist, his consultation, you'll pay around 4,000, 3,500 to 4,000, depending on one.
Yeah.
So that's where the government comes in. Even during my chemo, NHIF covers only 6 sessions. I did about 24, 26.
What?
Only 6
Yeah.
per year.
Yeah.
So if within this year, you have already done 6. So that is basically in 3 months. And you still have 20 to go. I mean, they're basically telling you,
Yeah.
subiri ufe.
Wow.
And then the consultation, the NHIF should be able to
Should
cover
be
this.
covering that. Yeah.
I actually saw a very bad case, a moving case. A mom comes with a kid, it's about 3-4 years. They don't even have money for the blood test
Yeah.
before the kid can be given chemo. They don't have money for chemo. They have already missed 2 sessions.
Yeah.
So the doctor was so passionate. He looked and then he told her, "Go to that public hospital. I've given you the go do. You'll pay about $100 or less. Do the full hemogram. Bring it. I'll use that result to treat your kid."
Yeah.
And I'll give him the chemo session because you already missed one. Then the administration in the hospital was like, no, they have not cleared. He told them, according to me, according to my oath, I save lives. It's not about money. I also have a right as a doctor.
Yeah.
So then you see, how long is this? For how long will this go on?
Yeah.
How long is going to assist this kid? This kid is definitely going to die.
Oh my God. Man, George, thank you so much for taking your time this morning to come and speak to us about, this, because a lot of people have a member in their family dealing with this, and I don't know why there's this perception that you should keep it a secret.
No, that's
because
wrong.
the more you keep it a secret, the more unakuja tu kuambiwa alikufa,
Alikufa, yeah.
and the more we talk about it for Kenyans to understand, because there's such a stigma around
Yeah, absolutely.
cancer.
Yeah, yeah.
And the more we talk about it, the more we demand for good health care. And I'm sure that's one of those things that you're demanding for. Do you think if we had better health care, a lot of people, even your journey with cancer would have been different?
Yes, because you see, even initial diagnosis, any physician
Yeah.
should be able to do it. And then equip these local labs, the county hospital, the mission hospitals with facilities so that you can be tested. I mean, even some of these blood tests, liver examination, what you need. It doesn't really have to be very expensive. And then NHIF can offset that. Later, NHIF stopped spending a lot of money. Sending people to India, you are a civil servant, they spend 10 million.
Yeah.
Then somebody here, they can't even spend 50,000.
That's crazy.
It's very unfair.
Very unfair.
And then cancer is actually curable. I'm a testimony. And we have doctors here, local doctors, who can treat you well.
Yeah.
So you need the support of your family, support yourself.
Yeah.
And
I'm really grateful that you came, and
You're a blessing,
if you see George, he looks so nice and healthy.
He looks
and
very
happy,
healthy, happy,
and so we really appreciate. And to all the families that have a member who's or you're listening and you're battling cancer, we wish you well. We pray for you, and things will be all right. Trust the medicine, and maybe share with us your experience.
Babylon must have forget blast away. Like
Morning Vibes, where you are the MVP.